Hi, my name is Diana and I'm a children's art instructor at Visual Arts Brampton. Visual Arts Brampton is happy to bring to you our Stylized Peacock art workshop. To celebrate South Asian culture, I'll be drawing a peacock, a unique bird found in India and Sri Lanka, countries located in South Asia. In 1963, the peacock was declared the national bird of India due to its involvement in religion, art, folklore, and symbolism. Its bright colors and fancy design represent things such as love, beauty, and life. Because of its beautiful design, peacocks can be found in many types of art, such as stories, paintings, sculptures, jewelry, and more. Let's get started on our own artwork today. Here we have our stylized peacock drawing. I'm going to show you how we get its sense of style by combining different types of line, shape, color, and pattern. First, we're going to start with a fresh piece of paper. I'm going to use a pencil just in case we make any mistakes, and a ruler. So I'm going to line my ruler up to the center of the page best I can, and I'm going to lightly draw a line that goes almost to the center, a little past the center. Then I'm going to turn my ruler a bit, and we're going to make like the letter V, but we're going to make these lines shorter than our first one. So here we go. I'm going to turn my ruler over, and I'm going to just try to make sure they're about the same. Doesn't need to be perfect. That's all right. There we go. And then I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to make sure this is shorter than the other line we just drew. Okay, turn it over, and it's about right there. I'm just going to go over. Here we are. You know what? I think I'm going to make this a little bit longer, just so it has a nice high tail. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to draw little light ovals to mark where we're going to put our feathers. I'm going to start at the top and lightly draw in a little oval. Then I'm going to move down the size of a feather, and I'm going to draw another one. We're going to have 5. So that's 2, going to move down, 3, going to move down, 4, and last one, 5. All right. Next, I'm going to start at any of these ones. I think I'm going to start over here. And I'm going to draw an oval, but I'm going to make sure it's not next to another one. So instead of putting up here, I'm going to put it over here. See? Just so it has a gap. I'm going to move up. Right there. And then I'm going to do one more. We're going to do 3. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Again, it does not need to be perfect. That's a-okay. Going to go up again. And then one more. Then I'm going to do 2 more in this one. I'm going to move it up over here. And then one over here. I'm going to move this up a little bit just so it's not too close to that one. And I'm going to do it a little up here. And then over here. What I'm doing here is I'm using this to help me match them, just so they look similar, but they don't need to look the same. All right, so we have our guideline here for our feathers. Now, when drawing our feathers, we're going to use a shape. This shape looks like a raindrop that is upside down. When drawing a raindrop, think of there's 2 shapes, a triangle and a circle put together. Okay? So we're going to be drawing an upside down raindrop in the color turquoise. We're going to put a dark blue circle at the top of that. And then we're going to draw the letter U that's upside down with the color orange. And then we'll use black to kind of connect it in a way, but it's not really connecting. That's where we get the style part. So I'm going to use my turquoise marker, And I'm going to start from the top, and I'm going to start by making my raindrop. When I make my raindrop, I make it nice and round at the top and short and pointy at the tip. If you make a mistake, that's okay. And I'm going to color that in. All right. And here I'll do it again. I like to start at the line. I start to draw a triangle, and then I change it into a circle, and then I change it back into a triangle, and then I color it in. Kind of like if I was drawing a bunch of balloons. All right. So I'm just going to keep going. And last one, there we go. So I make sure they're all colored nice and neatly. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna use our dark blue marker, and we're gonna draw the blue dot at the top, okay? So you just wanna make it kind of at the top, not too small, but not too big, right there, all right? And again, it does not need to be the same. Nothing is the same in nature. There we go. And we're starting to see that peacocky-like shape. Next, I'm going to use orange, and we're going to draw an upside down U, like the letter U for umbrella or ukulele. So I'm going to start my U halfway of the raindrop shape. I'm going to do a nice round U, and I'm just going to keep going. Take your time with this part, and if you run out of space, feel free to adjust, okay? Some of them are going to be a tight squeeze. There we go. Now what we're going to do, we're going to use a black marker to make some lines. So this is going to be the stem of the feather. Now some places are a little too short for a nice long line, like the one we have here. So what I'll do, I'll just do dots. If it's too little to add a space, just draw a dot. Since I have so many feathers here, I'll just be drawing dots at the top. And I see I have some more space, so I'll draw a little line. Okay? And then I'll draw a longer line down here. Okay? So here we go. Make sure that your black line is not touching the shapes. If it does, that's okay. And if it's too small, a little dot. All right, there we go. If it's a little wobbly, that's okay. Now I'm gonna make sure it's nice and dry before I erase the guidelines here, okay? So I think it's dry. I'll start at the top. You're just gonna erase any pencil marks that you see. This can be from the straight lines we drew or from our ovals to guide us where we put our feathers. If you see them, zap them. There we go. So now we have our peacock bird, but we're missing our peacock. So I'm gonna move this aside and I'm gonna get another piece of paper. We're gonna do our peacock. And we don't need this big area of space. So just to save paper, I'm gonna fold it in half, corner to corner, make sure my corners are matching. And then I'm gonna fold it in half again. Okay. So now we have a little box to draw our peacock. I'm gonna use a pencil, and with our peacock, we're gonna be using an oval. An oval is like a circle, but it's more longer. It's not even all the way around. So I'm gonna draw a little oval here. I'm gonna leave some space for the neck, and I'm gonna draw another one, much bigger than the first. This is his body. All right. And then I'm going to use a curved line, not a straight one, but a curved line for the neck. Start at the head and connect it anywhere on the body that you seem fit. Okay? If you want, you can make it a little bit rounder. That's what I would want to do. Then we're going to draw the beak using a long triangle. Nice long triangle for the beak. And before we forget, we're going to do the eyes. So I'm going to use a curved line that's going that way. And then I'm going to connect it with another curved line. Kind of like it looks like a little football. All right. I'm going to use a dark blue marker to outline my shapes. So I'm going to draw the outline of our peacock body. Take your time, no rush. Don't forget to outline the eye area just so you don't accidentally color it in. I'm going to use orange for the beak. And then I'm going to just color it in, keeping inside the lines. There we go. Using a black marker, I'm going to outline the eye. In a lot of South Asian artwork, they have eyeliner on around the eyes. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to cut around the body, making sure not to cut the beak off, okay? So just be careful. I'm turning the paper around but keeping my scissors straight. So now we have our peacock body, but we're missing the little hairs on the top of his head. Now peacocks has a little thing at the top of their head that looks like either a little mohawk or a crown. You could do this using markers, or if you have craft feathers, go ahead and stick that there, whatever you like. You could use extra paper from here to design that. I'm going to use green and red. So I'm just going to take a little piece of paper from the top. I'll set that aside. And I'm going to use red to draw 3 lines. A long one in the middle going up. And then 2 on the side going diagonal. All right, draw it best you can. I'm going to use a green marker to draw little dots, little circles, whatever you want to call it, at the top of the lines. So here we have it, my scissors, and I'm just going to cut around the shape. It kind of reminds me of a triangle, so that's the one I'm going to mimic. And then I'm just going to do a curved line so it goes around. All right, here we go. You're going to need a glue stick. And you're just going to glue a little bit at the bottom. And you're going to put it on the back of the head. There we go. So I added some tree branches that's going in fun little spirals just to make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more artsy and interesting. You'll use a light brown or dark brown marker, and you'll just start from the edge of the paper, do a curved line, go down and around, kind of like you're drawing a roller coaster. All right. You'll use your green marker, and we're going to do a little stamp technique. So we're going to use the side of our marker. We're going to press it down like a little stamp. Depending on your marker, it'll make a little shape like a triangle. You're going to press it down, and you can turn your paper around to make it easier. And just keep going. Stamp, stamp, stamp. If you're doing it on the inside, your stamps are going to be a little smaller, so press lighter to make it smaller. Okay? There we go. I find it easier to do it on the outside. Take your pick, whichever you like. They both look nice. So, now that we have our tree branches, our feathery tail, we're going to need our peacock. I'm going to use my glue stick, glue a little bit at the bottom of the tail. I'm going to take my peacock and put it at the bottom. All right. You could glue it all the way down if you like, but personally, I like to add a little bit of a fold just so it pops out. You have nice trees, a big fancy tail, and a beautiful looking peacock. Add your name and the date, and you're all done. Great work. Thank you for watching our video. For more information, please visit visualartsbrampton.com. Bye!